and Citi's view. Pashupati Advani of Global Foray is now joining us. Pashupati, good afternoon. Good to have you with us here, as always. Again, we just start with commodities because that's where the bulk of the momentum is. And you just heard this is a global view on copper, but you got some plays here in India if you want to do that. Of course, Hindustan Copper is perhaps the only pure play, but you got Vedanta and maybe a few others on the refining side. Any thoughts at all on what we're seeing on the commodities side? Pashupati.
Yeah, I've actually been very comfortable with commodities also because you're using commodities for all the infrastructure that the government is paying for. So it's the raw material. And today you're seeing it with the Vedanta, which is, it's commodities, but it's also got oil in it, and it's also got ore in it, and so it's lots of things in it. So it's jumped. But I honestly feel that the commodity cycle is coming back. What I am seeing is protectionism from a lot of countries, and also disruption of supply chains. Also because the Suez is also messed up. So I think that's having the effect of not sort of making people sort of go into the commodity cycle, because each country is going to be short. And so it's whatever you can't produce within if you have to go out, and most countries are wanting to hold on to their supply. So that's what I'm seeing, Prashant.
So if you had to buy a commodity play, which one would you recommend?
Well, better late than never. You might as well go for Vedanta, right? Because that's the index big commodity, and it's in all the big commodities. I mean, it's in iron ore, it's in oil, it's in copper, it's in zinc. So it's in all the big commodities which are going to be used. And all of them have important industrial uses also. And as we continue to grow industrially, we're going to need all these commodities. So they are actually very well poised to be able to take care of that demand.
So do you have Vedanta in your portfolio right now, Pashupati? And are you comfortable buying it even at these levels? Because the stock has gone up.
Yeah, one has to. Unfortunately, my TV interview this week was rescheduled from last week, and in the interim, the market's gone up every single day. So yes, it would have been nice to have bought it last week, but I guess if you're in this wave that things are going to continue, and things are that we are the fruit of the month or the country of the month, then definitely we need to buy Vedanta. And even if you're having to buy it, 20% higher, so be it. I mean, you're buying it with respect to the market. The market's at its all-time highs, right? So, I guess you have to buy it.
I hope you bought it, and now the viewers will also, hear your insights on this space.
Never enough. Never enough.
Never enough.
Holding, never enough. Never enough.
So if you were to say,
just to rewind, about 6 months ago, Vedanta overseas was looking like defaulting. They didn't look like they were going to pay their bonds. And look from there, and the stock here was around 200, 220, if I recollect. So, I mean, we see change in probably less than two quarters, 3 quarters. So, I mean, look at what we've got here. Fantastic.
Totally. Well, either the news is good or the price. Pashupati, if you were to come back next week and you would have regretted not coming today because something would have gone up 20, 25%, what would it be? Would it still be metals, or are you looking at chemicals or some other spaces as well?
See, the chemicals I've always been a little wary of, because I don't know what's actually going on in China, and China is actually driving chemical prices. I do feel that oil is going to go up. We're hovering with Brent around $90 a barrel. I think that could quite easily go up by $5 to $7, which will be very good for our oil producing companies like ONGC, Oil India. And obviously Reliance, and so those are the three that benefit the most from higher oil prices. So I think that I'm more aligned to that. I feel that oil is actually what's going to hurt India with high prices, but I think that the companies that are in oil are the ones which are definitely to be bought, and I think you'll also get high dividend if they're government companies.
All right, so you basically don't exactly know what's going on in China with the prices, but you probably would like to listen into what Sonal has to say. She's got a handle on what's
happening there. By the way, Pashupati, any view, I'm sure you have a view, but any strong view, a definitive view on IT services, and whether one stands to make money buying IT stocks here?
Well, on the one hand, you've got a weakening rupee, which is good for IT. But I have personally been not so bullish on IT, simply because I feel that AI is going to take away a lot of jobs from IT. And I think that that's going to hurt our companies unless they're able to move move the needle in terms of changing their business model, and they all seem to be laying off people this year. So I don't know what that means, but that means, according to me, that means the so-called volume growth is going down. But the markets are obviously seeing it's a big part of the index. People are coming into the market, so when you come in, you have to come into everything, right? So you are coming into IT as well. So any new money that's coming is coming across the board. But it's not my favorite, IT for sure.
Enjoy your holiday tomorrow, Pashupati, and we'll speak to you soon again. Thanks very much for joining us here on CNBC-TV18. Thanks very much. We'll take a